Leah Libresco was one of the most prominent atheist bloggers on the internet. Though she often talked about math as well, it was her passionate writing about religion that helped raise her profile. So it was a surprise to many of her readers when she announced she was converting to Catholicism. I spoke with Leah Libresco about her conversion and personal journey.
One thing that kind of happened is I thought it was a lot more plausible, but not necessarily true. In the same way that I'm a big Harry Potter nerd and I can see how the whole world works and think about like the dynamics of that world without thinking it's true. That's kind of how I came to see Christianity, a really well thought out, interesting system that a lot of smart people had worked on, but I didn't think it was actually a true system.
So before you kind of came to that conclusion, would you have considered yourself an atheist?
Yes, and I considered myself an atheist while I thought it was coherent but false also.
And then what was the turning point for you? What happened when you went from being an atheist to, okay, this is more than just an interesting, intelligent discussion, but now I'm willing to embrace that religion might be for me?
It was kind of the same thing with any scientific theory almost, that it had more explanatory power to explain something I was really sure of. I'm really sure that morality is objective, human independent, something we uncover like archaeologists, not something we build like architects. And I was having trouble explaining that in my own philosophy. And Christianity offered an explanation which I came to find compelling, especially because it had done other things that were good predictions or good moral teachings that surprised me, but then I came around to.
So what has this transformation been like for you, to go from being an atheist, self-described atheist, to now a practicing Catholic?
Well, it's nice to find a community here in D.C. I've scandalized some of my friends. Some of my friends think, I'm wrong now, but I'm less wrong than I was because they thought my old position was less intellectually defensible. So this is in some ways an improvement. It's exciting to be able to participate in the Mass and thinking that it's actually, the Eucharist.
So some of these friends, have they also been non-believers?
Yeah, I had kind of had a mix of Christians and atheists, both telling me that the things I thought made more sense in a Christian framework than they did in an atheist one. So I got double teamed on that.
You blogged about it, you've written extensively about it. What possessed you to do that?
Well, originally when I started writing a blog about it, I was dating a nice Catholic boy, and we'd have arguments. And it was kind of unfair to ask him to be the sole representative of Catholicism to me. So one thing I was doing was trying to crowdsource our arguments and draw on other people or check what he was saying. And also writing helped me sort of clarify what I was thinking myself.
Was it that relationship that kind of enlightened you?
Yeah, like all good fights should.
And what were his thoughts about you converting to Catholicism? Are you still together?
No, we're not, but obviously he's very pleased.
How has Christianity, embracing it, becoming a Catholic, changed your life, and then speaking publicly about this personal journey?
I think one thing that's kind of changed in my life for this is that it's easier for me to reach out to other people because what I want is their good, their moral development, their becoming what they ought to be in a way that before, when I thought of morality mainly as a set of rules for me, where it's my job to do good things, but it doesn't matter what the people I'm doing them for are like or how they live. All that matters is my own action, was a lot more closed off.
Leah Libresco, thanks so much, and thanks so much for sharing your story, your personal journey, and personal evolution, and all the best.
Thanks a lot.